Hello, everyone, and welcome to TSAM Digital. My name is Ana Luisa, and today I have the pleasure of talking to Geraldine Gibson-Dautun, the CEO of AQMetrics. Welcome, Geraldine.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for being with us. Geraldine, would you be able to introduce yourself and talk a little about your job and also the company?
Sure. So I set up AQMetrics back just over 10 years ago now, Anna, and it's a RegTech, so regulatory technology platform. We cover everything really from regulatory reporting right through to risk management, alerts, workflow, a full platform for our customers in order to ensure that they are managing their regulatory risk end to end in our automated platform.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Geraldine, I wanted to talk to you about a few things today. And first off, could you tell us how has COVID and working from home policies impacted regulated financial firms?
Well, I think it was an eye-opener for them, Anna, to be honest. From the very large to the very small, they all experienced something that they never thought they would. So plans weren't in place, and people had to react very swiftly. And I think what they learned during this period of time that we're living through at the moment and continue to live through is that automation, technology, skills and competencies that people have in their business domain needs also to be subsidized and enhanced with additional technology and technology know-how. And I think it opened up the financial services world to a recognition that the ecosystem of financial services professionals is really in need of good, strong technology partners who have been working in financial services, supporting financial services for a long period of time. I think this experience of COVID has really strengthened the bond between the financial services firms and their technology partners and their technology vendors.
Thank you very much for that. And is the need for automated rules the answer to solve some of the challenges financial firms are facing in terms of reducing costs, but also improving the quality of reporting?
I think the automated rules now are the enabler for people who are working remotely to ensure that they are continuously monitoring and getting the results that they need from their technology platforms. Because prior to this, there were a lot of people in offices speaking with their colleagues about things, working together on issues, being able to have real-time feedback from each other. And they didn't have then systems as such to do that because they didn't need them so much. But I think now the realization is there that people can't always be together. That dialogue can't always be happening. People can't always be available to each other in the same way as they were in the past. And the automation of rules to do the monitoring that people would have done in the past enables people to be more flexible, whilst at the same time ensuring that there is continuous monitoring.
And how does the AQMetrics platform differentiate in terms of delivering alerts to its customers to save them time, effort, and efficiency?
So the thing that AQMetrics has always done from day one is core to our intellectual property is the AQMetrics golden data source. And the golden data source at AQMetrics is a key component to our differentiation because that's the layer in which we have done what many financial services firms are now trying to do in haste, and that's to build their data lakes or their data warehouses or their golden sources of data, because the realization has now come upon the market that these types of golden source systems are key to ensuring that you can do everything in one technology platform. And prior to AQMetrics, there were no providers in the marketplace who had a golden source of data for managing multi-jurisdictional regulatory risk and compliance. And that's what we've been doing at AQMetrics for over a decade now. So I think the differentiator for AQMetrics is we are not a financial services firm. We are a technology platform used by financial services firms, and we save the financial services firms from doing what they are trying to do in haste, which is build those big single sources of data now in the cloud, because they've realized with working from home and remote working that this is the key to enabling efficiencies and to enabling scale.
Sounds like a really exciting time right now. Would you also be able to tell me about how the AQMetrics platform allows you to create a workflow that people working from home may be having?
So we have an extendable, adaptable, flexible workflow system that sits on top of the golden source of data, the alerts, the reports, and all of that. And what that workflow system does is it mirrors the business operating model of any firm, be that firm a small financial services firm or indeed a very large financial services firm. And at AQMetrics, the type of clients who use that workflow range from one of the top 3 banks right through to a 5-person hedge fund. So the scale of our workflow is extensive, but it is also nimble, and it is also configurable to meet the requirements of any business's business operating model. And what that means, Anna, is that when an alert, for example, is generated in the technology platform, what happens to that alert and what its life cycle is decided upon by our client firm. And that client firm will decide that that alert can be carried through a workflow for a number of steps by an automated process, which in due course saves additional time and gains efficiency and scale. So the workflow maps to the client's organization, but it is also incredibly extendable and automated to the nth degree. So by that, I mean there will always be a need for a supervisor or a compliance officer or a risk manager to go into the workflow and examine an alert, for example. But the amount of work that they have to do when they are doing that in the AQMetrics platform is significantly less than the amount of work they would have to do if they were managing their compliance monitoring or risk management system on an Excel spreadsheet, for example.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this brilliant talk today, Geraldine. It's been such a pleasure having you with us, and look forward to having you with us again.
Thanks, Anna. It's been my pleasure.